Who is gonna get exposed tonight?
What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux, and we got some major hot tea drama for your mama, literally. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I got some receipts, okay? Some leaked receipts between James Charles and the mysterious boy that he's dating, not dating, the drama between all that. Here we go. It's very long. So grab a snack and come on back. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch my last video so you get caught up on the drama when James Charles' friend made a video about him exposing him. And then you can come back and watch this one. Okay, here's the first receipt. James Charles is in blue and the boy Gage is in the gray. You unfollowed me first and I checked. My friends are the most important people in my life, and although the little red flags made them upset, those issues are not the most important ones. You only addressed the problems that made them dislike you, rather than talking about how you treated me. You ignored the kissing, the public hand-holding, the photos and stories, and feelings portion of my message, which is what actually matters. If you are trying to figure things out. Here's what the boy said. Sorry, I wanted to wait to get back to you till later. I have class until 8 p.m. Also, if you want to talk face to face, I don't have class tomorrow. Also, the video, that is not you, is it? Looks so fake, even though it's two people. Yes, I somehow managed to get onto a Ferris wheel and give head somehow on someone else's D when you weren't paying attention. Either good Photoshop or two people actually going wild. So what they're talking about here is there's a video of James Charles alleged, let's just make that clear. There's a video of allegedly James Charles giving somebody head in a Ferris wheel at Coachella, and social media blew up and they're saying it was James Charles, and James saying right here it's not him. So let's continue on with the receipts. James went on to say, I don't think that I will have time to meet up in person tomorrow, and I also don't think it's a good idea. If you have a response, I'll look forward to reading it tonight when you get out of class. Okay, if you change your mind, I'm free. If not, I'll get to you tonight. I'm physically in New York for less than 8 hours, so I'm not going to have time. You can text me your response later. All right, and the boy wrote, hey, I think we should talk in person, seriously. Wherever you're at for like 2 minutes, I'll swing by. James said, why should I give you the time of day? And what the F are you going to tell me in 2 minutes? I mean, I wasn't being an asshole. I seriously being honest with you the entire time, James. I don't care what anyone is saying. I don't think you were, said James Charles. I went with an open mind and tried. Some people just meant to be with other people. That's the truth. And you won't know until you're with someone. Am I wrong? Then James said, you went for free Coachella tickets and did just enough to make me think you liked me while taking photos and hanging out with me in public for attention. You know you didn't want to be with me all along, and you still went for a free ride. So this is very interesting tea here, because James Charles is basically saying that this guy manipulated James Charles, but also a lot of people are saying James Charles manipulated him. So it's a bit of both, if you ask me. It's very much so that, in my opinion, I'm allowed to have it, that James Charles was like, hey, man, I think you're cute. I have a lot of following. Maybe we can hang out if you want to grow your Instagram or whatever. And so it's kind of like, here you have a guy who has millions of followers. He's attracted to you, and you're trying to grow your following. So maybe this guy felt almost like pressured into it. I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth. That's just my opinion. And then it also looks like the boy, the other guy, was also clout chasing too, because he wanted to hang out with James, hang out with all the influencers and everyone who was at YouTube famous at Coachella and stuff like that. So I think they both kind of used each other in a way. And I think that more so that boy was, yeah, you know, look, what I'm trying to say is if you claim to be straight and a guy messages you on Instagram and you're not trying to entertain it, usually the guy will just block him. Girl, get away. Block the house. You know what I'm talking about? But he didn't. I think he used James, and I think James was like, you know what? He's cute. He's going to be my new hot boy toy for the week, honey. And it's flaunting him around. That's my opinion. Anyway, let's continue on with the drama. I told you to your face, I'm not going to say I liked you, and you know that. No, that's not true. You're a piece of ish, dude, and I hope that you never do this to anyone else. Dude, you know I was being honest. Just to clarify, you're telling me you've come to the conclusion that there was no feelings there, correct? What you're saying is not false. Yes, I did go to Coachella with you, but I did not deliberately go to hurt you. Yeah, girl. Okay. Just to clarify, all right? Answer my question with either correct or incorrect, nothing else. Damn, James is very dominant, top the house. And hold on. I thought James Charles was like a virgin and stuff like that. So this is just very interesting tea. Very, what's going on. Anyways. No, man, there's not. You know I went there to meet you and find out if there was feelings. But again, I'm always being true with you. And to be honest with you, no, there's not feelings. And that is what I found out. It's not you, though. I really liked you, but I'm not attracted to men. And I think you're really cool and awesome and all that stuff. So face-to-face closure would be nice. I'm just sorry you hate me so extremely because I never wanted you to feel like that. Girl, if you don't like guys, then why are you out there trying to talk to guys? Girl, you know what I'm talking about? Girl, no wonder James Charles was confused. But James, you should game recognize game, girl. You should have been like, you should have just know what's up, okay? I hope you feel like that's not fair response. All right, so James said, cool. I hope you've learned from this. If I ever find out you did this to someone again, I promise that you will be sorry. Do not talk about me or post any of those photos or pics. All right, so it gets a little bit more interesting, guys. A little bit more interesting drama. You see, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, the drama, I can't deal. Please do not make a video about me. This is what James is saying. I was nothing but extremely kind and generous to you for the past several months and dealt with you playing with my feelings, both online and then in person. You know what you were doing to me, and even if your intentions weren't malicious, they hurt me. A lot I shouldn't have tweeted either, and I deleted it. And I apologize. I was angry because my followers clearly have caught on, which is exactly what I didn't want, and you're getting attention from hurting me. Your side is the same exact side as mine. And after everything you've said and done to me, the fact that you still want to continue to use me for attention and followers is extremely, really scary. And you've gotten a few comments, but if you make a video, I'll turn into thousands for both of us. Please allow us both to move on in peace. I will not bother you again, and I ask that you please do the same to me. So James just did not want a video to be, he did not want that boy to make a video. And the boy, made a video. And if you missed the video, it's in my last video. Okay? Because you're missing out on the tea, girl. All right? Hey, James, listen, this whole thing got blown out of proportion. I'm sorry you feel the way you don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel the way you do. But I really conflicted too. You blasted my name with the power and stands you know you have, and now I'm getting a ton of crap for it too. I won't make the video at all, and we can move forward if you just did as much as clear my name. Something like that. I don't know, girl. It's kind of confusing. I think there'll be a best for both of us, considering you said yourself your tweet was wrong. The boy still ended up making the video. Your expectations were very high, and I had let you know everything about how I felt throughout the whole time. You can't just go and spin it saying I'm a con artist and manipulator because you feel you got hurt. We had no prior relationship, man. You can't just expect me to have feelings and do all this stuff with you like that movie in your head. I'm sorry, but that's on you. Honestly, my opinion, that boy is kind of dumb because, girl, you should have just forced yourself to fall in love with James Charles. I'm just being honest. You should have just did that, girl. Anyways, here we go. You've gotten 3,000 new followers and roughly 500 comments from my tweet. That's only, what? That only got 2,000 likes before I deleted it. It will blow over in less than a week because people will forget and get bored. Clearing your name will give you more followers and attention, which is exactly what you want, and I will not give that to you. My tweet wasn't wrong. Posting it was. I did not set my expectations at anything. You came saying you wanted to make things right in person and test out how it would feel to be in a relationship. You did not come saying I'm straight, we are just friends, but I want to meet you. Or I would not have said come, and you know that. You're a manipulator because you weren't interested at all the whole time, but kissed me, held my hand, and cuddled with me in order to make me feel comfortable around you, bring you to Coachella, follow you, fly you out, buy you Gucci bags, give you money, and to be seen in public, which got you the followers and attentions you were looking for. I may have wanted more than what was realistic, but your actions and words were that caused that. I've gotten messages from a few other people saying that you've tried to use them too. Now, I may have exaggerated this a little bit. That's why you got to pay attention in the house, girl. Yeah, I think that boy did lead James on, but James shouldn't be so naive. James should not be so naive. Am I right or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, hit the like button. If I'm right, hit the like button. Because I can't get a viewer like to save my life, much less follower. All right, here we go. Totally see your perspective. But firstly, I had 100K a couple weeks ago. Oh, girl, this is the part where he was like, I had a following before you. The people are always quick to say that. Girl, James Charles built this boy up. Nobody knew who this person was. Okay? Nobody knew who this boy was until James Charles brought him around. And now she's trying to claim that she's queen of the world. Honey. Girl, bomb. Okay, here we go. I had 100K a couple weeks ago and got 122 on my own. It's not about the 3K I got from this BS. You said yourself you DM'd me when I had 20K. The thought that I would be using you for attention is far from realistic considering the growth of my account has hardly been affected by your tweet or any interaction that I've had with you. I was perfectly content in my success before you, and the reality of the situation is that you've only broadcasted your narrative. The extent of one-sidedness has cost me my reputation for you to tell me to just deal with it. The hate is selfish and unacceptable. I understand that this is something you deal with on a daily basis, but we fortunately do not live the same lifestyle. I cannot simply let it die down. You've decided for me how this situation will play out by refusing to clear my name and telling me I couldn't either. I don't want to argue. The last thing I wasn't or wanted or whatever is to drag it on, to be honest. But I won't allow this one-sided narrative forced on me. Ooh, girl, she's upset. The house. Here we go. James said, literally, what would you say in a video? You're straight, but flew to Coachella to try and see if you wanted to be with me and kiss me there. And I gave you a free VIP band, which is, honestly, guys, that's about $1,000 and a place to stay. According to rumors, James Charles rented a house for the weekend at Coachella that was very expensive. And yeah, anyways, here we go. And paid for a first-class ticket home for you. You realize that doesn't make you look great, right? And if you lie at all, I have all the receipts to prove it to my... Girl, James is always trying to sue somebody, girl, okay? It's not worth it. All right, here we go. So the boy said, no, I will say the truth that I told you. I'm exploring my sexuality. I'm bi-curious is a real thing. I know you bought the flight because you wanted me to stay, and it was the only flight back without being an 18-hour flight. And UK, we stayed up looking. Okay, anyways. You told me you wanted to stay because you were having fun. And the boy said, and I really thank you and appreciate you with providing me a place to stay and the ticket, of course. Everyone will be informed that this is what happened because it's the truth. James said, you were never curious, though. You just wanted a trip to Coachella and to be seen with someone, and you know that. And the boy said, how the hell do you know that, James? If I say I'm bi-curious, you can't say, no, you're not, because that's the only excuse you could possibly use to try and get out of this, said James. The boy said, I actually was, and that's a fact, because everyone would bully me about it as jokes, and people would say it as on Instagram, and no one knew it, blah, 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 no one cares. All right, so James said, I think we're almost getting down to it, girls. If you're still here, hit number 5. All right, because it's about to get juicy. The boy said, James Charles said, so you're making a video saying you were curious about your sexuality and decided the perfect weekend to figure it all out was to invite myself to visit my friend James Charles that I've been stringing along for months and asked to go with him to Coachella, where I knew he had an extra VIP ticket. He and his friends were all incredibly kind and welcoming to me, and they gave me a place to stay and a free flight and Gucci bags and money and food and kept me safe at the festival, and James brought my flight home when I told them I was having fun. I kissed James and fell asleep, and I wouldn't let him pull away from cuddling when I had a headache and told him I couldn't wait to see him again. When he was coming to New York a few days, unfortunately fan accounts got a hold of photos of us and started leaking that we were together. I got followers, but then proceeded to tell him after 4 months I had no feelings. James Charles, damn, it's like you're writing what he should say. Anyways, the boy said, James, you are exceptionally successful, no matter what age group. But before you tell me I have no reputation, it's kind of mean. I have friends and family back home. I know you cut everyone off back home, but didn't I have people too? You told me you haven't talked to your parents in a month and have 5 friends in the city college you go to. You're a compulsive liar. Okay, the boy said, and if people think our sides are the same or different, that's up to them to decide. But hey, have only heard yours an extremely emotional response on Twitter, not mine. I'm sharing my truth, not bashing or exposing you, James. That's not what I want. James said, why don't you address it on your story and say I'm bi-curious and wanted to experiment with my sexuality? And through doing so, I hurt someone's feelings that I did care about. We are not together and have mutually decided to leave each other alone. My fans are already following you, so they'll see it. The boy said, I'm going to say exactly that. So what's the point in making an entire video? Post it on your Instagram story and move on. It's clear that you want attention and followers from making a video, which is going to make you look even worse. The boy said, no, dude, you don't understand. I don't care about these followers. In order to explain myself, it won't fit on a story. I can't even read what the hell that says, girl. But we're almost there. James said, you don't care about the attention or you wouldn't be making a video. You want to be clear your own name and make excuses for yourself and try to make me look crazy. The boy said, no, I care about my image around my town and school. And not about the ego and attention. That's what you aren't listening to me about. I don't want you to look crazy at all, James. I said I will never do that. But this is bigger than that. No excuses. You aren't addressing your town and school. Just my side. You're adding the hundreds and thousands of people that are following you, including my fans, addressing. And if our sides are the same and people think I'm a con artist, it's up to them to decide. But I need to do this for myself, not the attention. The boy went on to say, I'm not bashing you. I wouldn't do that. This is for myself and my family and friends to stop being harassed. So everyone knows my side, not just this dumb video and tweet and all. James said, you do gags. Wait, what? You do. Wait, girl, I'm confused. House. James said, you do gauge. That's all you care about. You played with me for 4 months of my life, stringing me along and making me think these could be feelings, and then flew to me and spent the weekend kissing me and leading me to believe you liked me even more. You wanted attention and you got it. Why can't you be happy with with that instead of making my life more miserable? I didn't play with your feelings. I honestly was curious, and that's what I will say in the video. So I thought that there was a chance, no lie at all, and I looked at it as openly as I can. Maybe it sent the wrong message, but I was totally honest with my feelings with you when you said, I do like you. I said, I'm not gonna lie, and said, yes, I don't care about the attention. This is for me. James said, tell your friends and family the truth. If they ask and let the fans get bored, I promise they will after a few days. We're almost done. The boy said, I'm not playing a Me Too card. I'm not bashing your name. I'm just saying I'm not an asshole, essentially clearing up your tweet. James said, you can't play a Me Too card. We did nothing other than kiss. And you were not forced into anything. I have a video evidence of you kissing me voluntarily and 11 witnesses that were there and watched the whole thing happen. 2. We talked for 5 months starting on December 8th, 2018. In that time, I blocked your number and Snapchat and a total of 6 times, wanting to move on because I felt as though you were wasting my time. And you each time came back to me apologizing and asking to talk again. 3. You FaceTimed me late at night on Saturday, April 6th and asked me to check Snapchat. You messaged me saying I've been in denial about a lot of things and need to talk to you. I'm coming to LA. After you did not reply the next day, I blocked your number. You called me from a fake number on Tuesday, April 11th in the morning and told me that you wanted to see me face to face to figure out your feelings and see how our relationship with me would be in person. You did not say that you were straight and not interested. In fact, yesterday via text message, you admitted to me in writing that you are bi-curious. 4. You invited yourself to Coachella with me and told me you at first that you were not welcome. And once you explained that, you didn't care about going to the festival and just wanted to talk face to face. Drama. This is all documented via text message. More receipts are coming in, guys. You flew out. We slept together. Oh. You held my hand. We cuddled. We kissed on the last night. You had a headache and you kept pulling me back in to lay on you, despite the fact that I was trying to pull away and hang out with my friends. You had your arm around me both in private and in public at Coachella and got more into your account as soon as anyone famous was around. 5. I let you stay in the house that I paid for my friends, and I gave you food, a place to sleep. I took care of you. Girl, this is real. James is like repeating himself. It's very that. Then James went on to say, I did not say you kissing me was the only way I would stop crying. This is a complete lie. You asked me if I was upset because you didn't want to kiss me, and I said I was upset because of many things I was dealing with for the past several weeks, including family problems, internet scandals, emotional conflicts, and that your mixed messages were now adding to that. After I said that, you kissed me and continued to do so for the next 2 days straight, multiple times voluntarily. Is this correct? I have pictures of you saying you love scandals. All right? And it only brings you more and bigger, but obviously that won't be brought up. I did ask you, are you crying because I won't kiss you? And you said yes, but I'm not going to say that either. No, I said that was one of the many things that was leading to me to being upset in the moment and above messages that I said true, yes or no. If it's true or false, it's both and doesn't matter because that won't be brought up in the video. Here's the last message I got, guys, and then we'll recap. No, wait, girl. The boy said, if it's true or false, it's both and it doesn't matter because that won't be brought up in the video. I'm just saying I'm not the person I was bashed to be. This is prime representation of what has been happening for the past 5 months. Me asking you very straightforward questions and you completely avoiding this question. I'm not avoiding anything. I gave you an honest answer like I have been doing, which you said you appreciated my honesty in the text, so you know I'm not a liar. The answer's my question. There are a lot of statements true or false. I'm going to be super professional about all this. There will be no slander. You avoided my question again. James went on to post, I'm not a victim in this situation. I allowed this to happen and have learned a valuable lesson of who I can and can't get close to. But this person is not a victim either. Let's talk about it in the comments. Ladies and gentlemen, the jury, let us convene in the comments, the house, and let's clock it the house together. I think James Charles really should have made this boy sign a non-disclosure agreement. I think James is way too rich and powerful to just let stray dogs come in and out of his life. These boys, James, that you're going to be having around, you need to have them sign these forms, which you already know, and you probably don't even care. Because I've been saying this for years, and these people just don't do it. Anyways, I think they're both wrong. I think the boy used James, and I also think James used the boy. No one is right in this situation. I think James was extremely naive, or he could have known. There's 3 scenarios here. James is either really naive and was like, oh, we're going to be in love, honey. Or James was like, I'm going to use my power to make this boy want me. I'm going to turn him straight or gay. I'm going to turn him. You know what I'm talking about? It's very messy. And let us not forget, the boy made a video about James. I posted the whole entire video on my YouTube channel. Don't forget about that. And James, this is his side of the story. So now you have 2 sides of the story out in the open. You make your opinion about it, and you can talk about it in the comments down below. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and leave, like the video, subscribe, and comment. All right. Bye, love you so much.